rabaab pakhavj taal kungaru rabaab pakhavj.
This is rabaab. Rabaab has its roots in the Arabic rababa, an Arab fiddle, and the earliest known bowed instrument and the parent of the medieval European rebec. It was first mentioned in the 10th century and was prominent in medieval and later Arab music. In medieval times, the word rabaab was also a generic term for any bowed instrument. The rabaab has a membrane belly and commonly 2 or 3 strings. There is normally no fingerboard, the strings being stopped by the player's fingers. The body shapes vary. Pear and boat-shaped rabaabs were particularly common and influenced the rebec. Flat, round, trapezoidal, and rectangular bodies are also found. Throughout the Middle East and Africa, as well as Central Asia, Northern India, and Southeast Asia, the word rabaab, rebab, or other derivative names refers to a spike fiddle, one that has a small round or cylindrical body and appears skewered by a narrow neck. Whenever we hear about rabaab, we remember Guru Nanak, who founded the Sikh religion, and his companion Mardana, who is popularly called Bhai or Brother Mardana, with respect. Rabaab is a popular string instrument that is played by classic musicians in Asia. It has great significance in Sikh culture. When Guru Nanak revealed Bani, hymn, by singing it.
Rabaab basically, if you want to understand in the context, means RABAAB, Rabb di Rahmat. All the graces of God come to your heart and to your mind when you sing Gurbani with Rabaab, with this instrument.
Rabaab has been given to us by the Guru Padshah Ji, and it was given to Bhai Mardana Ji. Bhai Sata and Palwand, whose verses are also registered in Guru Granth Sahib. One of their words, that is Guru Arjan Dev Ji, is sitting on the throne and gold umbrellas swinging on the head of Guru Ji. Blessed is Guru Ramdas Padshah Ji. All the problems of those who respect him are vanished.
Rabaab is basically the antique and oldest instrument being played from last 500 years ago in Sikhi. And first Guru Nanak, the first Guru of Sikhism, bought Rabaab with the help of Bhai Mardana Ji. When they used to play Rabaab with the Guru Nanak when they was quoting or chanting the name of the Vaheguru. But before that, it has been used with Persian region, especially in Afghani area. Even today, Afghanistan has it's a national instrument of Afghanistan. So it had been used for years and years.
Mardana played rabaab that was commonly used by the exponents in ancient times. Thus, the first guru of the Sikhs performed kirtan, singing hymns, which is one of the best methods in Sikh faith to remember God and chant his qualities with the playing of the music instruments. Guru Nanak preached his teachings and principles through kirtan, and Mardana accompanied him through his travels, which are called udasis in Sikh parlance.
Bhai Mardana was first accompanist of Guru Nanak Dev. When they meet the first time, Mehta Kalu Ji, the father of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, sent Bhai Mardana to bring his son back, but he didn't came back. So the meeting of Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana was very unique, and they become best friends, and they travel all all over the globe, I think. And he lived 52 years with Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So it was the blessings of Vaheguru and the Guru Nanak. They have spent that much time together. And Bhai Mardana used to play Rabab with Guru Nanak. And whenever Guru Nanak Dev Ji asked Mardana, Mardana Rabab Shed Bani Ai hai. So he used to play Rabab that time. Even when they were in Baghdad, in that time period, playing music instruments was banned in Arab countries. So Mardana used Rabab over there along with Guru Nanak Dev Ji.
It is an instrument which basically is a string instrument, and when you sing Gurbani according to the rag that is prescribed over that Shabad on Rabab, will actually give you the real impact of Gurbani and Gurmat Sangeet on your mind. And from our history, we know that our Sikhs, who were so much intelligent and who would never waver from their decisions, were listening to Gurbani Sangeet on instruments which were string instruments. And basically, Gurmat Sangeet is never complete or is incomplete when it is sung with other devices like harmonium or so, because they don't even have those notes that these string instruments create. We also call them like blind instruments because you have to listen to them when you are playing those strings. Rabab has like 5 strings, and you need to go, because it is based on the Sangeet, Punjabi Sangeet, there are Punjab, Sangeet means music from Punjab, which was prevalent in all that area, including Afghanistan, Kashmir, Punjab, Iran, and Iraq, till Delhi. That was all Punjab Empire.
References of Rabab have been found in Arabic texts dating back as far as the 10th century. It is also called rebek. Today, 2 popular known types of rabab are the Kabuli rabab and the Draupadi rabab. The Kabuli rabab is found primarily in Afghanistan and Kashmir, whereas the Draupadi rabab is found primarily in the Indian subcontinent. The Draupadi rabab is also affectionately named the Seni Rabab, after Mian Tansen, who was a famous court musician of the Mughal Emperor Akbar. It is commonly seen in old miniature paintings of Mardana and other musicians of this era.
This Rabab is the Rabab of the 5th Guru Padsha. It is a replica of their Rabab. Bigger Rabab than this Rabab is the Rabab of the 10th Guru Padsha. This is the Rabab of the 5th Guruji, a replica of his Rabab. And this Rabab is a replica of Bhai Mardana Ji's Rabab. The Nanak Shahi Rabab has a round circumference, as this Rabab was presented to Bhai Mardana Ji by Bhai Firanda Ji. That Rabab was exactly like this Rabab. Nanak Shahi Rabab is round in circumference. There are many types of Rababs, Afghani and Tarupadi, and the one we call Nanak Shahi. Look, there are Nanak Shahi Rababs also, and Bhai Firanda's Rabab. These names are due to their make and makers. This is how these names became popular. It was not like this before. Guru Padsha did not name any Rabab. A Rabab is Rabab.
10th Sikh Master Guru Gobind Singh's Rabab, which is also said to be this type, is on display at a Gurdwara in Mandi, in Indian province of Himachal Pradesh. Noted traditional Sikh exponent Baldeep Singh writes that Mardana's own Draupadi Rabab was once on display at the Gurudwara in Patna Sahib, birthplace of 10th Master in Bihar province of the Indian subcontinent. However, this was sadly destroyed in a fire during the 1984 Sikh genocide.
Guru Arjan Padshah Ji's Rabab has also been exhibited in Mao Sahib, and we all can see the Rabab of the 10th Padshah in Saket, Mandi. So it is proved from here that our Guru Padshah Ji has usually performed Kirtan with these instruments.
Mardana started playing the divine Gurbani, hymn, music with the rabab, and accompanied Guru Nanak. This was the first rabab in Sikh music tradition, founded by the founder of the Sikh religion. If we talk specifically, there is a rababi tradition of this faith that was instituted by Guru Nanak and Mardana. Rabab is also known as the lion of instruments that was loved very much by Guru Nanak. There is a touchy historical account of how Guru Nanak and Mardana procured rabab. There is a small village called Bairo Ana, which is 16 kilometers southwest of the historic town Sultanpur Lodi in the Kapurthala district of Punjab, where Guru Nanak spent as many as 14 years of his life. This is the place where at the close of the 15th century, there lived a man named Piranda, a pious-minded musician who also manufactured the stringed instrument called rabab or rebek.
Once again, we talk about Rabab. The first Padshah he got a Rabab from Pai Firanda Ji and gave it to Pai Mardana Ji. There is a hymn about this from Kabir Ji. O brother Kabir, there is no need to raise such loud voices. Your master is not deaf. These words are also applied to us. Now we also have the microphones. What should we call the cleric? There are more than 4 speakers in each of our villages. Kabir Ji instructed to the people. So Baba Nanak went to Kabul, Kandahar, Iran, Iraq, and Makkah, Medina with preparation. They got up early and chanted the Shabd before the Azan. Bhai Gurdas Ji has written about this. Then Baba Nanak Ji went to Baghdad and he stayed outside the city. Outside means sat on the border. They started singing very loudly. Everyone got worried about it. Who has it come? Azan is performed there without instruments. You should find out that the Azan prayer is without an instrument. Then Babaji sang a few verses of Japji Sahib with the Rabab. Many people gathered there to hear this. Then Baba Nanak Ji went to Baghdad and he stayed outside the city. One Babaji's the form of Akal Purkh and the second is Rababi Mardana with him. Baba Nanak Ji gave Azan with Rabab.
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰਬਾਬ ਆ ਉਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਤਿਹਾਸਕ ਸਰੋਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਾਫੀ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਸਾਜ਼ ਹੈ.
Historical references show that Rabab is a very old instrument. As you know, there was Supreme Saint Kabir Ji worked a lot. Rabab is also mentioned in his verses and couplets. Like all the juices are in the stringed Rabab. But this is not registered in Guru Granth Sahib. It is mentioned in the literature of rest of India. Saint Kabir Ji was born long before Baba Nanak. It is proved that the rabab is a very old instrument. There are many types of rababs. Baba Nanak made a different type of rabab from Pai Firanda. Pai Firanda Ji was a scholar of very high caliber. He was very knowledgeable about ragas and instruments. He designed a rabab that produced waves that matched the voice of Baba Nanak Padshah Ji.
ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਣ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਬਾਬ ਆ ਉਹ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਕੀਤੀ.
A researcher of Indian classical music, Dr. Alin Miner penned down a book wherein she gives an interesting Sikh reference to the rabab on page 62. The book is titled Sitar and Sarod in the 18th and 19th centuries. Here she references a treatise on Indian music called Kanuna Musiki by Sadiq Ali Khan, which mentions that the rabab originally had 5 strings, and that Guru Nanak added a 6th string to the rabab, on which Mardana accompanied him. She also mentions that Mardana's rabab was strung with silk rather than gut or metal strings.
When Guru Sahib played it, he just meant that whatever I want to convey to your mind, it is to be sung on these string instruments, and he made sure that he created his own rabab with Pai Firandaji from Khadur Sahib. Basically, its prevalent is Afghani rabab, which is different in shape. Its head is different. It's like more long, but Nanak Shahi rabab, we need to remember, has a round and big head. It is not, it is a little bit different from Afghani rabab. We need to understand that we have to start promoting the creation and manufacturing of Nanak Shahi rabab in Punjab. It has started on a very little levels, not very popular, because our rababs were taken away from all the invaders that have been invading us from Mughal, British, and now, who is ruling us. So we need to know why we need to revive it, what our Guru gave, and we need to be familiar with all the Gurmat Sangeet instruments. Rabab is the first one and most important.
As per some historical references, 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, sent his devout Sikh Nand Lal Goya and all the Rababis to Multan to establish a Rababi school. After that, the city of Anandpur Sahib, birthplace of the order of Khalsa, was besieged and destroyed by Mughal rulers. Dawlat Ali, known as Doti Rababi, who assisted Nand Lal in running this school, continued reciting the Gurbani and upheld the Rababi tradition. After the partition of Punjab in 1947, many of the Rababi migrated to Pakistan, where the line of Rababis is almost dying out without Sikh patronage. Interestingly, although they were still classified as Rababis, the use of the rabab instrument had stopped during the pre-partition era. The musicians used harmoniums and not stringed instruments. Although Rababi tradition is disappearing and endangered, there are some Sikh musicians who fulfill their duties very well to keep this rich and glorious tradition alive. Efforts are being made to carry forward the tradition to the next generations. Such efforts are being made at village Sursing, which is 30 kilometers from Amritsar. This is a historic village. Once, the 6th Sikh master Guru Har Gobind promised to the village resident Bhag Mao that one day this village will become the center of Sikh preaching. Since then, many types of religious education are being provided there. Currently, this is also the cantonment of the Nihangs, the traditional warrior section of the Sikh community, belonging to the Dal Panth Baba Bidi Chand, an organization named after 6th Guru contemporary Sikh Bidi Chand Jina. Here, music teacher Gurpal Singh is conducting classes to make the youths learn playing of rabab. Gurpal Singh has been performing this duty for the last many years, and he also performs kirtan at the Sri Darbar Sahib, a central Sikh shrine, which is also known as the Golden Temple in the world. Not only this, rabab and other stringed instruments are made in another village of Punjab. This village is Banka, where Jushar Singh Banka have been making rabob and other Sikh music instruments for almost 5 years. Basically, his elder brother, Gurlal Singh Banka, started this work. But after he migrated to the United States, the US, Jushar Singh carried this work forward.
It has been total 5 years that we have been making rababs. Before this, we used to make TARDIS sarangis. There were also a lot of work for the sarangis. Now it has been 3 years working on the rababs. It is the grace of Guru Patsha. We are connected with Bani and Guru's attire. It is a great pleasure to know that Gurbani is sung in the Gurdwara with the rababs made by us. I am very happy with myself. There are many more instruments, but these instruments are played in the presence of Guru Patsha Ji. I am very happy.
Almost 90% of the rabob making process is done by hand. Use of the machinery is only 10%. Making these instruments requires special skills. Hand carving and other decorative work done to make these rabobs more beautiful also makes this process more time-consuming. It takes a period of at least 30 days to make a single rabob. Since most of the work is done by hand, Jushar Singh often gets injured while making rabob. Thus, making rabob is a challenging task. Yet, he loves this job. His dedication for this job inspires him to continue it. Although there are many types of wood which can be used for making rabob, that of tun or the Indian mahogany are considered to be the best types of wood for making rabobs. Generally, we don't find rabob makers in traditional Sikh attire called bana, which was bestowed by the 10th Guru. Jushar Singh is an exception, as he follows the Sikh code of conduct with a true spirit.
There was a sharp cutter hit on my foot. In this work, small and big injuries are usually caused because when you are doing carving or fine work, it often gets hurt. Here is my teacher Gurpal Singh Ji. They told me that we should start making rababs. When rababs were imported from other places, those instruments were made by people who consumed tobacco. It wasn't right for us. Baba Avtar Singh Ji, the head of Bidhi Chand Dal, ordered us to start the work on rababs. That is why Vaheguru's grace is upon us now. This instrument is played in the presence of Guru. So those Sikhs who want to buy it, they should buy this instrument from hard-working Sikhs. I am not saying don't buy from someone else. The instrument to be played in the presence of the Guru should be bought only from the good Sikhs.
ਚੰਗੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਜਾਣ।
Rabob is a very holy instrument for Sikhs. Most of the Gurbani exponents prefer buying rabob from him, only keeping in view his rihat, Sikh code of conduct. Moreover, Afghani rabob are also imported from Pakistan, but the demand for the traditional Sikh rabob, which is also called Nanak Shahi rabob, always remains high. This is one with a big round bottom. According to Gurpal Singh, learning to play rabob isn't difficult at all. The learner needs dedication and love toward the Guru. The sweet, holy sound possessed by the divine rabob has the ability to heal one's mental pain and eliminate all kinds of negative energies. The devotees here say that when the sound of rabob hits their eardrums, they feel as if they have traveled to the era when Guru Nanak himself used to sing his divine hymns with his beloved accompanist, Mardana.
Playing the rabab is very easy. It is not difficult. Very simple instrument. Here, we also have such students who have learned to play the RABAAB in just 3 months and are accompanying ragis on stage. It all depends on the child's hard work and also on the riyaz done diligently by him. The rest also depends on the teacher. How does he teach? This instrument is tuned in different ways in different regions. The method of tuning the rabaab is different for all. Special care is required to tune this instrument. Pay attention to how the tones will sound. Sare gama pada nisa, sani dama paga resa. Which strings are to be teased with which fingers? It all depends on the way the rabaab is tuned.
ਸੁਰ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ।
Whenever you will listen to rabaab or any other instrument in kirtan, you will feel the difference. Like you will feel the different vibrations. Like you will get the different atmosphere around you. I'm not saying that the other instruments have like a negative impact, but no, like rabaab is different. Like first, Mardana and Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they use the rabaab. So it means like rabaab is really important in Sikhi. It plays a vital role in it. As we listen to the kirtan with the rabaab, we feel closer to the Guru. Like it takes only 1 second or 2 seconds when somebody play rabaab, any ragi played a rabaab, so we will close our eyes, we will feel we are very, very close to the Guru.
ਜਦ ਵੀ ਰਬਾਬ ਨੂੰ
Whenever I listen to rabaab, happiness arises in my heart because my parents have given me this training. When we were young, we have been associated with Guru. I heard the testimonies of Guru Nanak Padshah Ji in my childhood. Then it came to know that the first instrument of Sikh religion is Nanak Shahi Rabaab. After that, I started to love it a lot and I started listening to it, feeling very good and feeling happy. I wanted to learn to play it too.
ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ।
No matter what modern instruments may come and go, the place that this divine and sweet wooden string instrument holds is eternally irreplaceable. And the contribution of these personalities who selflessly and pure-heartedly pass this divine knowledge to the future generations will always be considered to be as sacred as the sound of a rabaab.
ਰਬਾਬ ਪਖਾਵਜ ਤਾਲ ਘੁੰਗਰੂ ਰਬਾਬ ਪਖਾਵਜ